I'm about done picking these greens. This is just the prelim, first that I did. Didn't get to do them yesterday because I was with my mom and my sister. I had to spend time with them. But anyway, so got lots of little pieces, and if you've never eaten radish greens, they taste similar to creasy greens. I'm a bit of a forager. I have eaten weeds out of my yard, and so I've eaten chickweed, hen's bit, dandelion greens, and so radish greens is not a stretch. But I've got the first pick through, and of course what I'll do with the greens is I'll wash them again, and then I'll just, stir fry them with onion and garlic and bacon and cook them till they're tender. I try to tear the stems out, but the stems are kind of tough. But with the pods, what I'll do with the pods, the radish pods, these are the radish pods, and what I'll do with them is just rinse them. I'll put the flowers and the roots in a jar with vinegar and salt and sugar, and I'll just pickle those like a raw fermentation pickle, just lukewarm, not boiling, and I'll just keep them in the fridge and have some radish pods pickles. They taste like radishes. They're real peppery. I'm back out here on my porch again. Look at the crenum lilies. They are just going. Yeah, I'm going back out, dump these radish greens out. So bright out here you can't see, but those things are gorgeous. I mean, they opened up in like overnight. Well, y'all saw me messing with the radishes, and everybody was like, what is that crazy lady doing with those radishes? This is what I got out of what I wasn't able to salvage. A whole dog food bag. That's a lot of work picking through that stuff. But, yep. Put it out here. And, let it turn into compost, I guess. So, somebody's going down the road on a sand cart. And the flowers are looking dry again. Aww. Just love the butterfly weed. All the bees are still around. And some other strange things. They're still getting a drink. Doggies are laying over there by their swimming pools. And there's my little girl. It's my asthma cat, the one that finally got spayed after 8 years, making babies. No more babies for her. Alright, y'all, have a great Father's Day weekend. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Try to make some pickles. Got the Himalayan sea salt for $1.25 at Big Lots. Can never open anything. Always need scissors. Don't have any scissors. Got some ginger here I was going to plant. I'm going to peel a piece of it. Looks pretty cruddy, but I think it'll be alright for seasoning. I'm just peeling it. I'm boiling some water with about a half a cup, good half a cup of sugar in it. Which I've never made any fermented pickles before. Really need a bigger knife. Just chunking this ginger up for seasoning. I figured ginger would go good with the peppery taste of the radish pods. So let's put some ginger in there. Creativity is key. Just kind of pack those in there. This is probably going to be something that's going to be all me. I don't think this is something that my honey's going to want to eat. I've got a lime. Stuff those flowers down in there. Kind of like when you use dill. Probably should have another jar. I know you don't want them too tight. Got a radish leaf in there. I might be able to get it all in there. That's what the pods look like. I just rinsed them a couple times. I didn't wash them, scrub them, or anything like that because from what I understand, when you ferment things, you want the natural microbes that are on there to be in it. Alright, get a paper towel here, dry my hands. I'm going to add some sea salt, a little bit of this good teaspoonful each jar. Let's see, what else? I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric. Turmeric is good for you. And I've got sugar in the water. Got a lime. I need to get my squeezer out, my juicer out. Let me go get my juicer. Let's see, is it up here? I don't see it there. I have two I'll just use this one. And that water's boiling. I'm going to turn it off. Go ahead and put the rind in there. Alright. Making a mess, as usual. We've got vinegar. This Bragg's organic apple cider vinegar is $3.95 at Big Lots. I'm going to put some of this in and some white vinegar because I drink this every day in water, so I don't want to waste it all. Well, looks like I'm going to be going to get another bottle. I've gone through 2 bottles in 2 weeks. And I've got this big jug of IGA white distilled vinegar I use to do my laundry and stuff, and I'm gonna use that. That's this was $2.50 and it's 1 gallon. Let's see, and it says 1 gallon, but I thought it was more than a gallon. Oh well, I guess not. The rest is going to be this sugar water. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the lime and put the lime in there too. Just the peel. Get it a little bit of that and the turmeric, the sugar water. Not real sweet. You have to add some more sugar. I can give the rest of that sugar water to my hummingbirds when it cools. That's it, y'all. I'm just gonna let that ferment. Jars don't need to be sanitized when you ferment things. I'm gonna put some Duke's mayonnaise lids on there, which I save them, or some mason jar lids. And so that's gonna be my fermented radish pods. Y'all have a great one. Bye-bye. I am back again. I'm going to cook these radish greens. I'm just going to show you how I cook them. They're a little tougher. They kind of like taste like a cross between mustard and creasy greens, which if anybody knows what upland cress is, it looks kind of like a dandelion and it's full of dirt. I got my 14-inch cast iron skillet getting ready to cook with. And the first thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of oil in the bottom. This is just regular vegetable oil. I use Wesson oil. And before I dirty my knife on the bacon, I'm going to cut my onion up. never do this. I always do it over the trash can. But I've got a little bowl back here with some onions, butts in it. This is a sweet onion. You can get whatever kind you like. I've got a bowl back there with peach seeds in it too. I've heard you can't grow peach seeds, but I'm going to try. This is my favorite knife. It's old. I snagged it from somebody. Well, actually, they left it. I didn't really steal it. But that's the way I cut onions. Really quick and easy. I'm not a pro for sure. Doing everything wrong. So I got my onion. And then I'm going to get some garlic. Keep a lot of garlic on hand. I actually haven't dug my garlic up, my elephant garlic. I don't know if anything's there. Didn't do real well this year. That's a lot of garlic, isn't it? But that's alright. And so, I just press it. It's not real fresh, you can tell, because it won't pop real easy. And I did get this from the grocery store. Peel it. Get your peels up. I like a lot of garlic, I'm sorry. It's that Mediterranean in my blood, I guess. But I have learned over the years that you're supposed to put your garlic in later. Or it gets bitter. I never pay attention to anything. If y'all watched the possum story, this was my beautiful tea towel that my possum was laid on top of the drawer. The dresser is still outside. I have cleaned it and re-stained it, but I never brought it back in, and now it's got some damage to the drawers from the humidity out there. So I'm going to have to fix it. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get some bacon. This bacon's been in the refrigerator a little while. Looks a little dark, but I'm sure it's still good. Get down right there. One of my cats trying to get up. Now this is not the good knife for this. I'm just going to cut some off. Fry it up. That did not make the sound I wanted to make. Must have turned my heat down too low. Save that little piece of bacon for seasoning something else. I'm pretty thrifty, or should we say cheap. I live on a budget. More soap, more water. Washing my hands, y'all. I'm not going to worry about taking the grease out of this pan. I'm just going to let the grease cook into the greens. Nice old greasy greens. And this is it's cayenne pepper, but I actually had some red pepper flakes that I threw in there, so give me a good little handful of that. A little bit of salt. This is just iodized salt. I usually use sea salt for everything, but every once in a while you do need a little bit of iodine. I'm in my cabinet and I'll get a spatula. I have a wok. I could have used a wok to cook this. Turn the heat up a little bit. I don't have any knobs on my stove because one day one of my cats ran across the front of my stove. I was at the grocery store, stepped on the knobs and turned the burner on. And I came in the door and I heard it clicking. It makes a clicking sound when you go to light it, like this. Well, I heard that sound going off when I was coming in the door. Get down, Bonita. Oh, get down. And that scared me to death. So anyways, I took all the knobs off my stove. There's no way they can turn the gas on anymore when I'm not here. I have propane, gas, stove, and propane heat. But I don't use my propane heater anymore. Gray Bear. Gray Bear. Get down. I got kittens trying to crawl up here because they smell bacon. Let me give them a can of cat food. They're terrible. Sorry about that, y'all. It's not time for them to eat, but obviously they're being bad. Trying to climb up here on my stuff, which is par for the course with living with a bunch of cats. You're not constantly beating them down with a water bottle, spray bottle. Which I have a spray bottle. I usually keep it over here. And black pepper. Go through about one of these a week. I do have some smoked neck bone in the, if I was making collards, I would be using that. Smoked neck bone. If I was making collard greens. This is some Montreal steak seasoning. It's actually, let's see, this Ultimate Steak Seasoning. I bought it from a lady at the electric co-op meeting, selling it for like $10 a bottle. She got me. So I'm going to go, y'all, and I'll come back when I get this almost done. After that bacon gets nice and brown and all the grease starts rendering out, then I'll start throwing these radish greens that I've washed in there and cook them down like a stir fry. Alright, y'all, so I'm still going at it. Got my bacon cooked, getting cooked. And I'm going to add a pinch of sugar because the greens are a little bitter. So it's just right now bacon, onions, a little bit of red pepper, and garlic, black pepper, salt. I'm gonna start putting these greens in, and I still have some flowers in here, which I picked off, but it'll be alright. Put them in a little bit at a time. They've been washed twice, really 3 times, but just rinsed. There wasn't a lot of sand in the leaves. There's still a little water on the leaves, so that'll help. I've got a lid to a big pot. I'm just rinsing it off because it looked like it had something on the top of it, but it doesn't. This pan right here is the one I make a pineapple upside down cake in. And when I do, I have to use this platter right here to dump my pineapple upside down cake down on. Everything's old here, you know. I don't have a lot of modern conveniences. This little plate has water on it from the greens. I guess I really don't like to stir them too much. Just put them in. Just put a little bit more this steak seasoning on top. This has garlic and all kinds of herbs in it. And a little bit more salt. Why not? A little bit more pepper. Yep, a little bit more sugar. I like the sugar to take the bitterness out. Now I'm just going to push that down and let it go for a little while, and then I'll come back and show you when they're cooked. I can't do this one. So there you have it, y'all. They're about as done as they're going to be. I'm going to turn the stove off. I would have liked my bacon a little crispier. And you can add more greens if you have more, but this is all I have. Excuse me, my camera's fogging up. I made these pickled onions yesterday. I can double dip because it's my food. There you go. Radish greens. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day, and I'm going to eat this. Thank you, Elizabeth.